ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. He can't be stopped, y'all, because it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped, y'all. It's bad boy for life. You know, now I understand why Diddy made that song. Now I understand it. You guys have got to see what they're accusing P. Diddy of. Watch this. Combs, who was arrested on Monday night, was charged in a three-count indictment with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution, the U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of New York said in a press release. Here is a compilation of the alleged abuses by Combs, who has also been known as Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, PD, and Love, according to the indictment. Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Combs, through his business empire, created... Combs, through his business empire, created a criminal enterprise whose members engage in or try to engage in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice, among other crimes. Combs engaged in a persistent and pervasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. I don't know who these individuals are, which included verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. Combs manipulated women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with male commercial sex workers. Combs and others acting at his direction arranged for women and sex workers to fly to his location, where he ensured participation from the women by obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers, leveraging their financial support, and threatening to cut off the same and using intimidation and violence. Combs assaulted women by striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at them, and kicking them, and also engaged in violence against women employees, witness to his abuse and others. Combs attempted to bribe a member of a local hotel security staff who intervened during the 2016 incidents to ensure its silence. The incident, which was caught on film, showed Combs kicking, dragging, and throwing a vase at a woman. Combs used his business and employees to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his abuse and commercial sex. In addition to that, Combs led a criminal enterprise called Combs Enterprise, which existed to facilitate his abuse and exploitation of women, to protect his reputation, and to conceal his conduct, the U.S. Attorney of Southern District of New York alleges. As part of the criminal enterprise, Combs, along with other members and associates of the enterprise, committed crimes including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction of justice, the federal government added. Hold up, bro. This is what I'm trying to figure out. So what you trying to say to me is, when this lady right here was hanging out with this dude right here, you trying to tell me, and she was in the government, her husband was the president of the United States at some point in time, she was Secretary of State, that this woman right here, where's she at? You don't want to show me where her big ugly head is. That this woman right here didn't know that he was doing that? That she didn't know? So when he was like, rock the vote, rock the vote, they didn't know he was doing all this? That's what you're trying to get me to understand? I find it hard to believe that this woman right here didn't know this. I mean, I just find it hard to believe. So what it sounds like to me is this. Diddy, everybody knew what Diddy was doing. All the politicians, all the ballers, all the actors knew what Diddy was doing. I remember Denzel Washington talking about going to a Diddy party and telling somebody, hey man, you gotta leave early. You gotta leave early. Y'all remember that? So I find it hard to believe that this list that they have on Diddy, where did it go? Give me my Diddy list. Where is my Diddy list? The list that they had on Diddy is everything. Federal agent Sean Diddy Combs is as bad as Jeffrey Epstein. How can he be as bad as Jeffrey Epstein when they outlined just those things? We know what Jeffrey Epstein really was. Is this their way of code saying that he did what Epstein did on the island? In my opinion, he's as bad as Jeffrey Epstein, a federal agent who wished to remain anonymous, told the New York Post. These women are young, either barely legal or barely illegal. The agent added that Combs had rooms in his mansion that were clearly dedicated to sex with cameras everywhere. So if you were in those sex parties, you were being recorded from every possible angle, including the angle you wouldn't have known about, federal agents say. Wow. Diddy is about to take down everyone. And I'm kind of happy about it. All these predators need to go. All of them need to go. And I hope they all, how my boy said, yes, he deserved to die, and I hope he burns in hell. Yep, that's what my boy Samuel L. Jackson said. Yes, he deserves to die, and I hope he burns in hell. That's what needs to happen.